I was exposed. Like I was driving, I drove a car when I was like 10, y'all. She don't know this.
What car did you drive? What my car was it?
No.
Because I remember, I think you said that you had a flat or something one time, didn't you?
Yeah, so I think it was either the first or the second day.
That you had the bite?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a lot of stories. A lot of stories in this head up here. So it was the first or second day I had the bite. And at the time I was going down this hill in Durham. And I didn't know it, but I was on my way back from the gym.
Oh, okay.
On my way back from Planet Fitness, and I was riding my bike, and I didn't know it at the time, but it was a steep hill, and then there was a piece of concrete that was like this.
Oh, that was raised.
It was a piece of sidewalk. Sorry, that was raised. And I'm going fast because it's a hill, so I'm going fast, and I'm kind of letting the momentum take me. So I'm going. And it was like, I'm like, hit the ground. My inner tube sitting next to me, the air seeping out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what in the world? So I get up. I'm, after I done worked out, so my muscles already sore. And I'm bruised and I'm looking and I'm like, man, like my tire blew out. And so I'm thinking to myself, what do I do? Thank goodness I had a handy dandy phone and I Googled like bike shops near me. And there was a bike shop off of, oh man, I want to remember this street name because it's a street right on Duke's campus. But I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, so it was a bike shop maybe like a mile and a half away.
So now you got to walk.
I had to walk. So I got my backpack on and I'm pushing my bike and I'm pushing it to the bike shop.
And you pushed it that mile all the way to the bike shop? I
had to. Couldn't leave it there. And, they repaired it. It was like $10, $15 for a new tire. Got a new tire. They slapped it on there. I rode home. And that was cool though, because like I said, it exposed me to like, oh, there's different tires. So there's different bikes, different bike tires you can get to prevent this from happening if you're, you know what I mean?
Did you get the same type of tire?
Yeah. I just got the cheapest option. I just got the cheapest option.
Because you weren't working.
Because I ain't had no,
You didn't have the funds.
No.
So, and that's when you were riding, going again every time you would pass that spot.
I'd slow down. I wouldn't let the momentum get me. I couldn't let the momentum get me. Because I wasn't trying to, that was embarrassing. And it was just like, man, it's just crazy to me how that happened. Because like I said, like, y'all have blessed me with this way to get around.
Right.
And then it's like, I messed it up. In 2 days. 2 days, I done blew the tire. So that's kind of that. But you know who else is starting to ride a bike is your grandson. And I think I wanted to ask you. I wanted to ask you, and then I want to see, because I've been thinking about this too. Like, what are some of the things that Aunt Jean taught you that you wanted to teach to us, or
like some things that the main thing that she taught, and the reason why I'm on my channel is the cleanliness of keeping the house clean. And I think when I share it with you guys, I call them the TV, the tribe and the village. That's my tribe and my village.
I like that.
The TV plan. And the main thing is that she taught me was about how to keep things clean and how to keep a clean house, even though they didn't have a lot of money. We didn't grow up with money, you know what I mean? But we never had a dirty, nasty house. It was never ever dirty and nasty. So that part and how to make do too. That was the main thing. How to make do with what you have. Like, don't make excuses. You know what I mean? Just figure it out. Like I showed them, for example, if we, go get the broom and sweep, and you sweep, and then I can't find the dustpan. Get that envelope. You know what I mean?
Your piece of paper folded up.
Yes, fold a piece of paper
No
up.
excuses.
Make do. You know what I mean? It was just no excuses.
Was there anything they taught you about? Well, I guess that is an answer to my second question. Was there anything that, like, attitude wise or like mentality? You just kind of said like there's no excuses. That's
no excuses.
But was there anything else that you kind of picked up on, like negotiating? I know you're a great negotiator. Yeah. Is that something you picked up from Aunt Jean, or?
I think just my mom, she always was able to maneuver her way too. Because I didn't live with my mom, guys, until I was 12. I lived with her from birth to 2, and then from 2 to 12 I lived with my Aunt Jean. But I think just knowing how to treat people and how to talk to people goes a long way. But, you know what I mean?
So did you see your mom, like, how did you, that was something you picked up from her as far as how she treated people?
Like, and Aunt Jean, how they always treated people, and they was always able, it's like, how do you want to, I want to say it, like there's a wit about you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That you can, you know how to, you just know how to do things.
What does that mean? Like, break this down for me. Like,
you know, like, it's kind of like what they said. It's kind of like what they always said, like, you catch more flies with honey. Yeah. You know how to treat people.
Which is meaning be sweet, and you can, it's more likely to get, if you want something from somebody, if you're sweet and kind about it, it's easier than you being mean and demanding something from somebody. Right. Is the message behind that.
Yeah, kind of like, I remember my Aunt Mary used to say when she was married, well, my uncle passed away, but she said that when he would get upset and he would start yelling, she would say, "I can't hear you." And he goes, "What do you mean you can't hear me?" And she goes, "When you yell, I can't hear you." That's a
bar. I might take that.
So
my next argument, I'm gonna be, I can't hear you.
Because she said, when you're yelling, you know, or your voice is just high pitched, I can't hear you. So I think a lot of times we think, because we assert ourselves and stuff like that, they're going to do what I want, and they're going to make, trust me, I worked in the hospital, and when you go in there and being all aggressive and stuff, they might make you think that you're getting what you want, but you know what I mean? It's just better. And I'm not saying that you got to lay down and let people be mean to you or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, you just got to, how should I say, assess the room. Just know what's going on. You know what I mean? Just know how to talk to people, how to treat people, you know, and how to let people know how you want to be treated. There's a way, you know what I mean? You can tell people how you want to be respected, how you want to be treated. You ain't got to cuss them out.
It's called boundaries.
Yeah, it's called boundaries, and you don't have to cuss people out. You ain't got to throw nothing. You ain't got to cut up. You know what I mean? I take it back to the way, even raising my kids. My kids, I think probably you can name on one hand how many spankings they got. And when I say spankings, I mean spankings. I didn't do no beating. But for me, it was always the eye or the talking between the teeth that let them know Mama's not happy. You know what I mean? So that you set it up for how you want to be treated. Right. Or you just learn about people, you know what I mean? Yeah. And how to be kind to people. And what I've always learned too is that whatever it is that you want, you put it out there. Everybody you come across, tell people that you're looking for something. And somebody has what you want. Like that card that you got that time, and I got it from work. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
When we needed a car, and I was like, hey.
It's another one of my mistakes, y'all.
Yeah, I would tell everybody, hey, I'm looking for a car for my son, you know? And you just tell people. So I don't know if I got off track with that, but.
No, I think you hit on some points, because my question was like, you know, what are some of the mentalities or thoughts and how you move that you got from Aunt Jean and your mom? And, and you said it was a handful.
So for you, like, what's some of the things that we taught you that you're passing on to your son?
Yeah, I think So let me give the preface. So I'm a man and I have a son. So that comes with, that's different. That would be different if he was a little girl,
right?
Versus him being a little boy. Number one. But some of the things that I'm teaching him are just like confidence.
Oh yeah.
I'm already like, when I drop him off at school, I'm like, what's our, it's a slogan.
Okay.
But for lack of me saying that word all the time when I'm talking to him, I call it a motto. I know it's not a motto. Okay. It's more of a slogan, but I'm like, Caden, what's our motto? And I'll go, number one, we listen.
Okay.
Because you're always going to need to listen, and little kids need to listen, and that's going to be the best thing that they can learn to do, whether you're at school, whether you're with mommy and daddy, whether you're at your friend's house. Listening is key. You got 2 ears and 1 mouth. The number 2 is, I tell him, like, what's the second thing? Okay. He'll go, treat others how you want to be treated. That's, treat others how you want to be treated. Now, somebody disrespects you. Well, okay. You know what I mean? I'm not the dad that's going to sit up here and take the higher road. I'm not going to hold y'all. Okay. My kid come tell me, somebody pushed me down, I'm going to tell them go push them back down. That's just me. I don't condone toddler violence. Right. And then number 3 is be confident. Oh, yeah. And I call it Caden confidence. So I'm always like, what's number 3? And that's the one he'll always say. That's the one. Caden confidence. I'm like, okay.
And he is very confident.
And that's, So I'm trying to instill in him like these thoughts and these ideas of just like, this is like setting a standard for him early on. And as he gets older, he'll have that. I'm definitely going to teach him how to like negotiate.
Yeah, for sure.
I've talked to you and about in the past month, I've had to have several different discussions with several different people at restaurants regarding service or food and different things. And I've had to argue with them a handful of times because the service just wasn't there.
Yeah, for the money that was being paid.
Money that was being paid. So I'm going to teach him how to negotiate. And that's just even when it's talking about like bartering for things.
Right. Oh, yeah,
that's a skill that a lot of people don't have.
They don't
and that translates too into the corporate world, because I saw this somewhere and it said that you don't, in this world, you don't get what you need, you get what you negotiate. You don't get what you need, you get what you negotiate. So if I come to you and I have a job for you and this job pays $100,000 a year, and I go, hey, we're going to offer you 75. You look at me like, wait a minute. Right. You know what I mean? But if you don't know how to negotiate or you don't have the confidence to do that, you're just going to take that 75 and think, oh, I'll work up to the 100 in a minute anyway. Right. I don't know if I really deserve it. When the truth is you do, you just need to negotiate it. Right. You need to have the confidence and you need to negotiate. So confidence, negotiation, obviously, I'm going to teach him about investments. Oh, yeah. I'm big on investing. I already have him set up with a brokerage account. For those of y'all that don't know what that is, that's just an account that you open to purchase stocks. Right. And you can open that for your child as long as you have you might be able to open it without their social security number. Right. But I did his, like as soon as I got his social security number, I opened him up a brokerage account. So I'll buy him shares of ownership, I'll call it, of Apple or Microsoft or the S&P 500. And that'll teach him something too. Because when he's 16 and he's asking me for a car, I'm not going to want to pay for that car.
That's right. Yeah.
So I'm going to tell him, go to your brokerage account. He's going to be like, okay. And he'll know I have to sell off these shares of stocks to get this $10,000 to go buy this car.
And the nice thing, and I was going to say too, that was another thing too, through process of learning, because I think about like, I wish we had invested more. We did on the back end, but more when you guys were kids. Because when you think about, like, I think, did we read it? We saw it somewhere with this, I think it was an auntie or something. This little boy wanted these Nike shoes. And she didn't buy him the Nike, but she bought him some Nike stock. So we have got to get that mindset. You know, it's like my daughter told me about my granddaughter. She was like, Mom, don't buy no bunch of toys. You know what I mean? You can buy one toy and you can buy one outfit because she has other people giving to her. Invest the money.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to get past it. Like the kids need to open up 20 gifts at Christmas time. Not necessary. You know what I mean? They don't need all that. And think about who else is giving to your kid besides you. You're not the only person giving to the kid. If he has other grandparents on the other side and stuff like that, wouldn't it be better that you take $50 and invest it? You know what I mean?
And I think it's important too to differentiate between the age groups too. Like my son doesn't need a whole bunch of, he's 3.
Right.
He can only play with one toy at a time. So in that instance, yeah, I'd say from the ages of like, from when they're born to maybe like, shoot, I don't know, kids start using technology pretty early these days. But definitely those early years, they don't need a bunch of toys. It's cool to get them that.
And we just want them to have that.
Yeah.
As parents. You know what I mean? But if we would put that money into an investment, even to the point that you would tell the relatives and stuff too.
100%.
Hey, you know what? Just bring one toy and you can put $20 over here in this account. You can put $50 over here in this account so that she'll have it. And it works. He'll have it.
And I want to say this too, for those that don't know as well, like it works the same way a bank account works. So like I can give her the account number and it has an account number and a routing number and she can deposit however much money she wants into my son's brokerage account. And then I then pick which stocks to purchase. And that money gets, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's no different than a bank account. It's not scary. It's not difficult. It's just about doing it. And the most difficult thing about investing like that is too, and I'll say that when we can get off the topic, is the consistency of it. But I learned that if you treat it like a bill, like, you know, you got to pay your electricity bill. You know, you got to pay your mortgage. You got to pay your mortgage. If you treat it like a bill, okay, I'm going to set aside $40. And this is the other little side note. It don't got to be a lot. Especially if you're starting, you got 18 years.
Yeah.
Y'all have, that's a long
compound
time.
Interest.
Compound interest will save. You can put $20 a month into that account, and by the time they're 18, you'll be that might be their fund to do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
So
that's true. Yeah, that's a good one. So that's what you're doing. That's good.
I'm teaching him some other things. I'm definitely going to teach him, like, you know, the household stuff too. Yeah. Like I was doing laundry at an early age. I think I was doing laundry at like 12. So like that, like cooking, all the essentials.
Yeah. Because I mean, whether you're a male or female, you need to know how to survive. Everybody needs to know how to cook.
You need to know. And as a man, I'll give you some different things too. As a man, I've heard several mentors say this as well, and I found this myself. You need 5 different men in your life as a man. So you need so as a man, so like 21, right? And I'll be telling him this. Obviously my son's not 21, but so you need a mentor, somebody who is doing what you're trying to do, has accomplished it, and is years ahead of you age-wise. You need a mentee. You need somebody you can teach and train and give guidance to. You can deposit into. We need a mental health expert, which is a therapist, right? Because we as men typically don't think mental health is cool or acceptable because it looks weak. Well, a lot of times I've read that too. Like a lot of times men hear the word like I've been healed, or like mental health has a lot of synonyms that I think a lot of men, certain men, feel like is more feminine.
Oh.
And so it doesn't connect with them. But a mental health expert, because as a man, you're going to go through so many different things and you're going to see so many different things in your life that you're going to want to need to talk to somebody about all the things you've witnessed.
Right.
Even if it don't affect you directly.
I think the thing about mental health too is about therapy is, why would you want to dump that on? I mean, if you're going through something, why would you want to translate that to me?
100%.
When you need to go and talk to somebody so they can help you unpack that stuff. You know what I mean? So that you don't have to translate that to your kids, and you don't have to translate that to your spouse. You don't have to translate it to your sisters or your brothers or whatever. You know what I mean? Go and seek the help that you need.
And I think
and what was the other one? That was the fourth one, the
that
mental?
was the third one. And I'll say this too. I think it's important too also to get the POV. So a therapist is somebody, they don't know you. So there's no judgment. There's no room for them to like, sure, it might be uncomfortable because they don't know you, but that's also the benefit of the therapy is that y'all don't know me. So I can really open up and tell you like, yeah, I have done this or I've witnessed this and this messed me up, or and it's no judgment because they don't know you and you don't know them. So that's 3. So we got be a mentor, have a mentee, a mental health expert. You need somebody that's going to like physically work out with you.
Wow.
So that, you know what I mean? You can have your, you lift weights, you know what I'm saying? You might box. I'm looking to get into some boxing for cardio. So you got your mental, your physical, and, you know, you got to have a good barber, you know what I'm saying? That's the 5th one, because barber is
going to be financial.
It is. This is a bonus one. Your barber is going to be, because barbers are and have been traditionally really like therapists.
Like
Black male barber has been a therapist for years, and they don't get the credit for it that they deserve. Yeah. And they have been therapists before going to therapy was cool. So shout out to them and the OGs in the barbershop. But yeah, the 5th one is a financial bro. Yeah. Somebody that you can do business with. So you can come up with business ideas. Y'all can put money down together to buy property, going on a business. Yeah. So with you saying that now, I just had a little flashback now. I mean, we talk about mental health and we talk about how Black men and they need to talk. Well, of course, at the barber, they probably don't share everything, but that probably was an outlet for people. It always has been.
It always have been.
It always has been. Yeah.
So even though we think Black men won't go and open up and talk, but maybe when he gets in that chair,
100%, because it's just
open
all
up
men.
And talk. So so hats off to barbers. All you have listened to them complain about their wife, their kids, whatever they're going through, and they've lost their job, or even like, hey man, clean me up because I got a job interview. You know what I mean? I'm going in for this job or something. Yeah, so they have had a little, some of them have had a little bit of an outlet through that. But at the same time, we have to remember, the barber is not a trained therapist.
No, they're not. And
so that's where the difference come in. Yes, you've got somebody that you can dump on, but they're not trained therapists to tell you, have you looked at it like this? Have you thought about it like this? And I'm sure over the years, if you talk to a barber who's been cutting hair for 30, 40, 50 years, I'm sure he's given out plenty of good advice. You 100%. Know what I'm saying? From life experience, you know.
But you know what I just thought? What? You just gave me a business idea. What if you had mental health, like therapists who were also barbers?
Yeah.
So nobody steal that, and I want my trademark, my copyright. I want it all. That's a business idea.
That's a great, because you're in the chair.
And this is a licensed professional, so you know you're going to get cleaned up. Yeah. But at the same time, you can actually tell them, like, I've been feeling down or depressed, and they can really give you real.
Right, like you could say, hey, I need to unpack.
Yeah.
You know, ooh.
That might be a
I like it.
business idea.
Yeah, yeah. And another thing, the stigma is gone because I'm going to the barber. Where you going? I'm going to the barber. You ain't got to say, I'm going to see my therapist. Because for the people who have a problem saying that.
100%.
Where you going? I'm going to the barber. For the people who have a problem with stigma, because I don't have a problem with the stigma, but I'm just saying, wow. And ladies, most ladies know when he go to the barber, he gone 2-3 hours.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Half the time he just lollygagging, cracking jokes. Haircut be 30 minutes.
Yeah. So, okay then. Well, I just want to thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me again.
I appreciate you stopping in. And we're going to have to.
We're going to do it again.
Yeah, we're going to do it again. Yep, we're going to do it again.
We're going to go live tomorrow at noon. You guys will, this video will be out after that, but you guys we're going live tomorrow at 10 to 10 a.m.
Yeah, this a video. She won't edit this until.
Y'all won't see this until after the fact, but it's going to be good.
Yeah, but we're going to be watching. Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Okay. We appreciate you. Love you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks, guys.
See you.